Quickly, I also wanted to talk about Sean O'Malley. This coming, Saturday night for the Americans, early Sunday morning for us. We've got UFC 316, 316, Marab versus Sean O'Malley. I can't call him Sugar no more. He don't even want to be called Sugar no more. He said he's taking this camp very serious, and I've watched a couple of clips of him where I actually believe him, guys. I'm not a Sean O'Malley fan at all. Like, I'm not. You know how I feel about him, but this might change the way I feel about him. The way I feel like he's taking the sport super duper seriously. And I feel like, me personally, from what I've seen, like, he said that he ain't even coming out of pink hair. Yeah? No more pink hair. No more. He even tried to recreate the moment of the night of what it's going to be like. I see a clip of him walking down, playing his music, going into the octagons. Someone looked like Marab in there, bouncing up and down like a little rabbit, kicking. He tried to recreate the moment. I feel like he's taking his mixed martial art career a lot more seriously. And I feel like from just watching that midweek, from watching that in midweek, from my prediction saying Marab, I've changed. I've changed. I've changed. Now, I'm not going to be surprised if Marab beats him, but I've changed still.
Hey, you need to pull those splinters out, bro.
I shouldn't call him Sugar, but he's so...
You're doing a prime rims right now.
No, but you know what it is? No, I've got rims does rims off the top. I'm giving you solidified reasons. Excelente solidified reasons. Like, he's actually taking mixed martial arts serious now. Like
he wasn't before. Like he got to UFC belt without taking MMA seriously, bro. Lepers don't change their spots, innit? I've always maintained that Sugar can beat Marab because he's a sniper, like Rims was saying on Sunday. But bro, let's be real here, man. Like, do you think that the fight is going to look very different to the first time round just because he stopped smoking weed and he stopped banging game? Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, not
for those reasons for me, but I think it can look different.
Thank you. Rims made, you know what? Rims sold a very, very good point on Sunday to me when he was like, bro, if you're only finishing a man and the other guy across from the octagon's a knockout artist, you're giving him too much opportunities.
But I've been saying this for months. I've been saying this for months about Sugar.
No, Rims, you didn't make that clear. You got to bring that up. I need to see a clip of you. I don't know that.
Rims.
No,
have I not?
He says he's a sniper. I just brought up the fact that he's a decision guy. So, like, you're giving him too much time.
Not him being a sniper.
No, it was a valid point.
He's a sniper. Bro, stop stating the obvious, Screeny. We all
know.
No,
but I've always said the only person that can, for me right now in June of 2025, the only person that has a chance against Marab in bantamweight is Sugar. Not just because he's a sniper, but because he's got the attributes. Like, when he punches Marab, he's punching down. Like, I think that changes the dynamics of a fight almost. Like, the height differential, the reach differential. Like, he's got physical attributes.
But why didn't that happen in the first fight?
Because Marab closed the distance. Right. And smoking weed and banging game ain't going to change that.
No. But his fighting mentality can change that. Do you get what I mean? If he's coming into this now with a different mindset and mentality to be wanting to train harder, wanting to wrestle more, wanting to take the actual game way more serious. Because sometimes you bite that lemon, hey, you want to taste that strawberry again. You know what I mean? You bite that lemon, and I believe the way he's gone about doing, he's done the right things. Like, what did he say? Stop gaming, stop smoking weed, be more of a family man. It's the basics, the foundations that will get you back to where you need to be. And I'm not gonna lie, I think he sold it to me a little bit.
I know Rims needs to go on this as well, but I just think one of the things that people ain't taking into account as well with the Sugar versus Marab fight is that this will be the third time that Marab's team has game planned against Sugar, because they had the Aljo fight prior to Marab fighting Sugar. So they've studied Sugar to a T. They know the limitations, they know the strengths, and I don't really feel like Marab even followed the game plan super well in the first fight. But I think this time round, that's why I said I think Marab can get a stoppage, because I think that third time's the charm. they're so strategic in MMA nowadays that he will know when to go and when not to go. I don't think Sugar can change his life outside of the octagon, but when the nitty gets gritty, yeah, and when it goes like when you're in a fight and you're doing your stuff, you're gonna go back to what you know. And I don't think Sugar's developed or changed enough of his game probably. And I'm speaking like in hindsight, I might be saying something different on Sunday, but I don't think that he's had enough time to change the little integral details that Marab will take accountability for.
You don't before you go, Rims, you don't think he's got one of the best coaches in the game?
Y'all can hear him?
Who?
Sugar.
Who's he coach, bro? Tim Moch. Other than Sugar, who's he?
Who, Tim Moch?
Yeah. No one, bro. It's just Sugar, bro.
I said he's just. Is that all he's got?
Yeah, man. That we know of, bro. That I know of personally.
Okay.
Whereas
I'm just looking at
Marab's at Extreme Couture, innit? That's a renowned, like quite a renowned gym, innit? Compared to Sugar's coach. He's got what, Eric Nixick.
That's what I was saying. Eric.
John Woods.
I was saying Sugar having one of the best coaches in Eric Nixick.
No, that's Marab, bro.
Oh, Marab's coach. Sorry.
Marab's at Extreme Couture. Yeah.
Oh, Extreme Couture. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I'm getting all confused there. But you don't still feel like he's got enough to be able to change his style, basically. You don't think he can change his style in this fight?
Who? Sugar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's more he could definitely do and improve on in this fight compared to the first one. But it's whether he can do it, innit? And yeah, Marab can kind of go into this fight. Obviously, he won the first one and won it fairly convincingly. So in his mind, probably there's not a lot more he needs to do. Whereas Sugar has to adapt a lot more because he's the one that lost, innit? So yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah.
You know, when you're approaching a rematch, yeah, do you think it's easier to be the victor in the first fight or the loser in the first fight? Or does it not matter at all?
You say the rematch? That don't make sense. Say that again.
In the rematch, yeah. Does it favor the victor of the first fight, the loser of the first fight, or does it not matter
when you go into the rematch?
When you go into the rematch,
yeah.
Well, I think it all depends on. Mixed martial arts is a funny game, so I think it all depends on the level of the fighter to begin with, how smart the fighter is. Do you know what I mean? Because someone like Islam showed it against Volk, that ain't running. So Jones has showed it multiple times. It ain't running. Do you know what I mean? So first you got to look at, I think, the IQ of how smart the fighter is and how much weapons that fighter has to be able to change the outcome of a fight, especially if it's going wrong for them. Like Islam's very good. Again, Jones is very good at reading opponents and changing the outcome of a fight. So I think it depends. But overall, I would go with the person that's just won the belt. If with an instant rematch, the person that won the belt probably got more drive to go on and beat the person again. I think I've seen that happen more times.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'd be interested to see I'm gonna look up the statistics for that because I think that's quite an interesting one. Like, in the UFC, who wins rematches? Like, is it the victor or the loser? I think that because I'm just off the top of my head, I was thinking about the Leon fight with Kamaru. Obviously, they've had a trilogy, but
from memory, I think it's the person who wins the first time usually wins the second. Like, usually wins the rematch. Yeah.
Obviously, headshot dead.
Yeah, we forgot the name very quickly though.
I hear it.
But yeah, that's all I've got to say about the old 316 coming up. Excited for it though. For it. Just because I really want to see Patchy mix as well. Mario Batista. I think that's the most exciting fight for me on the card overall. I want to see where Patchy's at, and he was talking smoke. Did you see him talking smoke?
Yeah.
Man, he's looking past Mario Batista. That's rude.
Called him a journeyman.
Bro, it's rude.
I hear. See what Mario Batista. You see what Mario Batista said.
Rims. He has to smoke him, Rims.
He has to smoke him.
He's got to smoke him, you know,
He has
Rims.
to smoke him. Still.
Barbecue, like barbecue, boy. You know that, right?
Yeah, serious. Can't
That'd be
say
a good
can't
fight,
say
that
them things there not performed.
Ooh, he's on the that's why I'm excited for that one. That's my favorite.
Outside
fight.
of the main event, that's the best one on there.
All right, guys. Just a quick, short one. Wrap up. We'll be back soon. You know,
Like,
give
comment,
some more
subscribe. You know we
content.
appreciate you. We'll be
Saturday we live, baby.
You know. Salute.